Hello and welcome to You Beauty. This is the podcast for your face. I'm Kelly McCarren.
And I'm Amy Clark.
And Amy Clark is joining me today for this very special Q&A episode where we answer some of your questions. Let's get into it. So in case you missed it or you're new here or whatever, on Mondays we answer your questions. So if you do have a question, let us know. You can email us, you can DM us, whatever you want. We'll put all of the details in the show notes.
So first we have from Amelia who emailed us. Hi, UBE team. So I'm curious, what are some beauty procedures or treatments you'd never try? I feel like I get so caught up in the hype and what I see on social media without doing proper research. Would love to hear your thoughts on what's worth avoiding.
It's so funny, isn't it? Because I read this question from Amelia and I had a bit of a giggle because I'm such a rat.
Elaborate.
Like I'm a lab rat. I'm so happy to always take
yeah.
one for the team and try pretty much anything and report back. I just feel like that is part of my duty being the host here.
Like, I used to be like that.
Oh, she's like, I don't take my job very seriously anymore. I'm not being a lab rat anymore.
Yeah, well, I used to, but then if you've got skin issues.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I would do anything, whatever. Now I'm a little bit more selective, only because, again, I just know how much pain it's going to cause if my perioral dermatitis flares up. So I am a bit more cautious
We
now.
touched on in Amy's The Formula episode. We can link that in the show notes if you fancy listening, because out of nowhere, your skin just had a bit of a flare up, didn't
it? And then now it's just something that will flare up at different times. If you're stressed, if you're like haven't been sleeping, just the usual life stuff. But is there anything that you wouldn't try?
I definitely wouldn't try the plasma treatment, the face treatment where they take your blood. Like the vampire facial.
I would do that.
Yeah, I absolutely wouldn't. But because I hate blood and I hate needles.
Oh, okay.
So the idea of a needle with my own blood then got like yuck. I can't even. We had, we've done a couple of episodes and I remember I did a deep dive onto that treatment once. And I actually, when I was interviewing, I can't even remember who I was interviewing because I couldn't pay attention.
Did you pass out?
I actually took my headphones off at one point and was only half listening. That's how bad it was. And I was so dizzy even having the conversation about the treatment.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a definite no.
Yeah.
But apart from that, there wasn't really that much that, I mean, I wouldn't really just do anything invasive for the sake of it. If I was going to do something invasive, it's something that I have thought about for a long time and personally want to do. But just your everyday treatments, it's more so that I'd be selective about where I went.
Yes, that was one of my things. So I guess, and I don't want this to come across a certain way, everyone to themselves, but when my friends ask me about where should I go and get laser, where should I get skin treatments, I generally say don't book a pack of 5 or go somewhere where you're going to get like
discounted.
A bulk buy thing, because you never know what your skin's going to be like on that day. Like I just always think it's much better to go with the approach of having the consultation, like just because you had laser treatment 3 weeks ago doesn't mean then your skin's going to want it this time. So that's just something that I personally wouldn't do.
Unless it was like LED or something really
yes, absolutely. LED, like book that. Literally, I love how you can book as well those express, like it's like $50 and you can go under it for 20 minutes, or like a pack of 10 for events and things like that. But for things like Fraxel, Clear and Brilliant, skin needling, there's a lot of places that do, and not to say that all of those places are bad, but there are a few that I think you kind of, it's more just an approach to getting treatments that I wouldn't do. The other thing I wouldn't do now is microdermabrasion.
Have you done it though?
I have.
So that's where, because I was like, there's things that I wouldn't do again. Microdermabrasion is definitely one of them.
Yeah, only because I think there's better, more modern treatments out there now for resurfacing.
It's very old school.
It is old school. But other than that, that's pretty much...
You've got PDO Threads on yours, which I also agree with.
Oh, yes.
I've done it, but I wouldn't do it again because I don't think. And the funny thing is that I'm on the record of saying that, oh my goodness, the results are incredible. I loved it so much. But I'm also on the record saying that it was one of the most painful treatments I've ever had done. And I don't think that the results last long enough to justify the pain.
So PDO Threads, I mean, Kelly's had them done, but essentially it's like dissolvable it's almost like a stitch that kind of helps to like lift the infrastructure of the skin.
And it works. Like I've got before and afters that whoa. But a year? Really? For that much pain? It was agony.
Yeah. It looks hectic. Maybe one day. Never say never.
Never seen it. But I agree there's better, and a lot of people won't do them anymore because they're so expensive. They're so time consuming.
I probably would just go for one of this in like 10 years time. I'm probably having the Kris Jenner deep, what do you call it? Deep plane facelift.
Same.
Over like PDO Threads.
Yeah.
Once a year for the next 10 years.
I don't think you need instead of. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, I don't think you need a facelift every year, Amy. That's not how it works.
You're right. Yeah, I like that you knew what I had written down and I'd forgotten about it. Yeah, PDO Threads, I'm just like, don't feel like it. And I've done Rehydration, and I've got actually 2 more Rehydration treatments coming up. So that's that bleph, like the salmon sperm.
Under the eyes, good for dark
salmon
circles.
DNA, guys. We're calling it Rehydration.
We're not
now.
jacking off salmons.
No, we've moved on from the weirdness term of salmon sperm. But I've got 2 more of that to go, and that seems to be fine. But filler in general, I wouldn't do it because I don't need it, number one. But also I'm a bit nervous about it migrating.
All of the stuff that's come out lately, I know what you mean. I'd be very curious. I've had little bits here and there over the year. I'd be very interested to see my face under one of those things to see if it's not dissolved and it's just moved everywhere.
Some people say that it could stay in the lip for like 7 years. So I wouldn't do that, but things I would do on the flip side, and that I do injectables, anti-wrinkle injectables.
Needling.
I don't do needling that much, but I would do it, and I have done. I love like a Fraxel or a Clear and Brilliant session. I did that in the lead up to my wedding. It's like a bit, it's ouchy, but that is really great if you're like a freckly, sun damaged person like me. Laser Genesis is a great like entry level treatment. Really good for pretty much everything. Oh, and I love a good peel. Like if I'm having a skin treatment, I love a peel. And LED, of course. We love LED.
I love LED. I just think, I'm a lab rat, I'll do anything. I wouldn't do one of those hectic peels or lasers that require a fair bit of downtime. I might do it if I really wanted it, but it would be not just me being a lab rat. Like I'd have to really lock that in and make sure probably next winter or something when I don't want to go out for a while after, just because it also looks very painful. It's not that I care what I look like when I go out. I've gone out looking like Freddy Krueger, but post needling, I've looked so ridiculous and gone out.
Yeah, sometimes you're in the mindset for like a bit of no pain, no gain, and then other times I have gone to have a skin treatment. I've gone, I've actually got some shit going on, and I just don't feel emotionally or physically ready for something painful. But what I would say to Amelia in general is just take the extra time to do your research, especially if you're spending your own money. It's your face, especially. Just like do a bit of research and make sure it's the right kind of treatment for you, and then go forth, do whatever.
And you don't need that many things.
True.
Don't just go try everything. Find one person that you trust, that you like have a good connection with, as much as you can sort of have a connection with someone that does your facials. And don't just start chopping and changing and doing everything. Like you could damage your skin barrier at the very least. And at the worst, you could actually cause some harm by trying a lot of different things. So I know that it can be tempting when you see different ads for things or just see people raving about things, but 9 times out of 10, you don't need it.
Agreed.
All right, next up, we've got another juicy question.
Oh, I love this question.
Right? Such a good question. Ali sent us a DM on Insta saying, a question for the pod. If you could choose one of those 5 umbrella companies and shop only the brands owned by them, which one would it be and why?
I'm going first.
Wait, you've got 2. That's cheating.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, but
you can go first, but I want to, not
just
everyone listening not everyone listening knows what, well, even I sort of had to Google it to
Yes.
remind myself. So I will quickly just
Yeah,
run through
absolutely.
the 5 umbrella companies. Not all beauty brands fit under these, but I would say 90%
Yes.
of them tend to. So number 1, we've got the Estée Lauder companies. So brands like, these aren't all of them, but just a lot of the main ones. Estée Lauder, MAC, Clinique, Bobbi Brown, La Mer, Aveda, Jo Malone, Tom Ford, Too Faced, Dr. Jart, and The Ordinary. Then we have the L'Oreal group, which are brands like L'Oreal, Maybelline, NYX, Garnier, Lancome, Kiehl's, YSL, Giorgio Armani, Urban Decay SkinCeuticals, CeraVe, La Roche-Posay, Vichy, and Redken. We have P&G, Procter & Gamble, Olay, Pantene, Head & Shoulders, Herbal Essences, Ski 2. Is that how you pronounce it?
SK2.
Oh.
Sorry, I know every time I
Ski
come here, I
2.
laugh at you for
Pronouncing things badly.
wrong.
Sorry.
Soz, I'm such a beauty snob.
Old Spice and Gillette. Gillette?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
The
Unilever.
best a man can get. Yes, off you go.
Unilever, Dove, Tresemme, Sunsilk, Vaseline, Simple, Pond's, Hourglass. Then we have Coty, CoverGirl, Rimmel, Max Factor, Bourjois, Kylie Cosmetics, and then like a lot of the fragrances are under them. So now you can go first.
Yeah, it's wild how, basically, and I feel like in the next however many years, like this will slowly, it's like there's 5 big groups. And then it's just gonna. Shiseido is actually another like one that's relatively big, as well as I feel like Elf with with Rhode and all of that. But yeah, it's crazy to think just how many brands are all owned by the same company. So I am cheating, as Kelly said, but whatever. Skincare and hair care, L'Oreal. Reason being that like I've got in that mix for L'Oreal, I've got SkinCeuticals. So if I want to do my CE ferulic serum, which I'm always buying on sale, by the way, never full price, or I want to do my CeraVe La Roche-Posay SPF, that's skincare ticked off. And then hair care, Kerastase is one of the brands that you didn't mention. Like I'm going to do Kerastase.
Who are they under?
L'Oreal.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
L'Oreal and Garnier as well. So like I can do I love a good Garnier, as I know you do as well, hair care product. But Kerastase is like one of my just favorite hair care brands. If money was no object. So I do that, and then but makeup. Like I like Maybelline, and I love my NYX NYX lip products. But when I was thinking about the products that I use the most, they're probably from brands like MAC, like my face and body foundation, blushes, Bobbi Brown, like my corrector stick. Like a lot of I feel like I could really be quite happy to use just Bobbi Brown, MAC, and Clinique makeup.
Okay, that's all well and good, but I do feel like you cheated because the rule was 1. So I would choose the L'Oreal group because, yes, I love Bobbi Brown, I love Olay, I love lots of other brands that are under the other umbrellas, but I'm a good girl and I'm just choosing L'Oreal because I think that they've got the most diverse and also the most amount of brands to play with.
And probably they'll have more and more brands.
Exactly, because they've got so much money. They just keep buying them. Plus, they are frequently recognized for ethical business practices.
Oh, I love that. See, there's got to be one rule breaker on the show. Usually you're probably the rule breaker with Lee.
am.
And then now I can be the
You can, and
rebel.
I'm the one like, no, I was also looking up the ethical practices of all of them because I thought that does come into it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
In terms of who you can only shop with for the rest of your life. Anyway, that's a great question. I thought it was just so juicy.
Yeah, loved it.
All right, Amy, Beauty Bite.
Beauty Bite. There's no notes in my script here.
She also said before we started, she goes, oh, I didn't even know what a Beauty Bite was. I said, oh, so you're a regular listener of the Monday episodes, are you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yep, good.
Well, I will be now, but I do listen. But the thing is I was like, is it a product rec? Is it a tip? Is it a hack? So
it can be whatever you want.
Yeah, love that. So my Beauty Bite is actually for anyone out there who is struggling with like seasonal skin changes. Like this time of year, like hay fever. We've got like shit blowing around in the wind that's like getting in my eyes and getting in my nose and flaring up my, you know, my thing that I always need to talk about, which is my perioral dermatitis. So I want to do 2 little hacks for our seasonally affected UBs.
I'm also.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Number 1 is for runny eyes. I mean, this is not like a game, you know, I'm not saying anything ultra new here, but if you're not using tubular mascara, switch to a tubular for this time of year when your eyes are running. I just love the MCO Beauty, the Extend Lash, but that will not come off when your eyes are running, when you've got tears, you know, leaking down the side of your face. So that's number 1. And then number 2 for my perioral dermatitis friends, this is a little hack that lets you still use all your other fun skincare products without kind of aggravating and looking after this area. So what I do when I'm applying my skincare, for example, when I have a flare up, like my vitamin C serum, that's no good. Even my sunscreen gets a bit spicy, just like you kind of just gotta, but because it's only this area, and for anyone listening, it's that like nasal,
the triangle of death.
Like, the Bermuda Triangle. From
under
your
nose,
your smile lines around me. It's the corners of my mouth. So crusty.
Len's got that so bad at the moment too, like just around his mouth, just so red.
Yeah, and so what I like to do is before I put any serums on, I get my La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 or like I use an Aven Soothing Recovery Cream Moisturizer. Put down a layer of your moisturizer over any of those affected areas. So I just literally go over my mouth. Then, and then I go and apply my serums to the rest of my face, and that it gives a buffer there. So
Barrier,
it's like sometimes just having that buffer is enough, and because if I don't do it, sometimes products still migrate. So you're so trying to be so careful with the application, but it can still migrate, and the tiniest thing can set it off. So that's just like a little tip, so we can keep using our serums and our skincare even when we're flaring.
I love that.
Was that an okay beauty bite?
That was great. I loved that.
What's yours?
Mine is this morning I was doing my makeup and I didn't do anything differently. I did my skincare the way that I often do. I then did my makeup the way that I often do. I didn't use any new products or techniques. And I was looking at my makeup and I was like, whoa, you have already separated in so many different areas. Like it was just not playing nice on my face. And I didn't have any time to fix it. So I just was like, well, whatever. It is what it is. It's just going to look a little bit shit today. And 3 people have already complimented my makeup. And so this is just a reminder that because we often get questions or DMs about, oh, my makeup's separating or this is happening on my skin. And it's just a reminder that no one is ever looking at your skin in the detail that you are.
That's
no one
so
is
true.
Looking at you that closely to notice that your makeup has separated or that your skin's a little bit crusty in an area.
Exactly.
A giant pimple that's bright red, probably people notice that. Yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just a big pimple.
I love that. And also because like that's for example, when you're seeing people day to day, you're not, unless you're really close.
Or you're weird and you're paying so much attention.
No one's talking to you stood right up to your face. And it's like, I look at you from here. Granted, I don't have my glasses on, but I'm looking at you and I see overall glow. I see the blush. I see how the light is reflecting off the highlight and the lips. I don't see pores or like
exactly.
crust, any crust or anything.
If you looked closely and you were trying to look for it, of course, you would see that I'm a bit crusty and it's all separated in between my eyebrows and on my chin and in like next to my nose where I've also had some acne breakouts. I've also got my period, so that could be part of the reason why.
God, you're really going through it this morning, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just because we get so caught up in details and little hairs on our chins and that sort of thing. No one is looking. No one is paying that much attention to our face the way that we are. So it's just a little reminder just to be nice to yourself when you're worrying about things.
Oh, thanks, Kel.
But on that note, we better be off. If you have a question, like I said, we'll pop everything in the show notes and we'll be back in your eyes and ears next week.
Bye.
Bye.